Okay guys, we've got something a little different today. We're going to be taking a look at the best Kled over in China into a Kennen today. We're taking quite a few looks at Xiao Chao Meng and Xiao Ming, 14 Fiora, but thought why not add something a little different into the mix with the Kled. So we see we've got the Kennen matchup here. We've got the D Shield start with Second Wind. Pretty respectful. But again, playing it pretty aggressively, landing these Qs, auto-aim once, and disengaging. Kennen not being able to find amazing trades back. Bear in mind, like, equal health trades when you've got your mount are super valuable. And again, he's not going all in here. He's got PTA, so clearly the trade pattern he's going for are these more short trades, chunking down the Kennen, maybe looking for a dive. Obviously, Kled being one of the best divers in the game with the mountain reset. As we go in for it, we drop the ignite and the Q. Gonna pick that up. Let's take that back. We hit level 3. Kennen walks up pretty far. EQ, have the second E. Almost get it without the ignite, to be fair, but a pretty simple pickup. Kennen just disrespecting as we get the cannon there. Again, this is how you want to be playing something like a Kled. You're not trying to scale into some massive monster. I mean, we've even seen on champs that do scale, like 14 Fiora. He's still playing very aggressively early game, which obviously you're going to see on the Chinese server, but just to be in mind that these players are playing near perfect in terms of their aggression levels. So I'm not saying you should watch these players for like perfect macro a lot of the time, but they are useful to learn the absolute limits of the champions that you're playing. As we get back into the lane, we've got the wave shoving into us, so we could allow this to freeze. Kennen, not the most mobile. It'd be quite easy to burn his E as well. Has a decently long cooldown. And we are going to let the wave crash in. So this is slightly different to what we've seen out of 14 and Xiao Chao Meng. They're always shoving basically and looking for dives. But we are thinning the wave out quite a lot. We land the Q. Kennen actually walks back in to land the stack. And gets a decent little trade back. Denying the cannon. Pretty standard stuff when you do have the damage agency like we do in this sort of matchup. You can look to zone off of cannons when the wave's coming into you and stuff. Again, we're going in with the EQ, nothing crazy. We do dismount but have the W. And we're just gonna, I was gonna say, flash in, the Q's coming off cooldown. Kennen just absolutely disrespecting. And we're going to get the remount. I do wonder what build we're going. I know Ravenous is pretty common for most players, but Chinese server seems to do a lot of things differently, so I'm expecting to see something like a Gore Drinker. Seems to be really high value in China. A lot of skirmishing power. Decent components when you're buying it. Because that's the thing, sometimes when you're building Ravenous, like, it's a great item when you complete it, but you do sacrifice wave control, and sometimes when you have to just buy the Vamp Scepter, it feels a little lackluster. Dropping 900 gold into that. Not as much of a spike as like the Iron Spike Whip, or Kindle Gem, or Core Fields. Like, all of those items are pretty decent to pick up. As was that 7 CS on the Kennen? 7 CS to 34. And now that we've got the whip, that's a big spike in damage. I think we're going to be looking for some pretty aggressive plays now. With the ult as well. And it is hot in the UK right now, guys. Don't know how many of you watching are from the UK. Oh, we're going to ult in. So, land the EQ. Oh, wow. We're going to kill him immediately. Don't need. I was gonna start wondering about the tower reset, but just instant one shot there. Just the 4 autos from the W will be enough. Ignite was overkill in this case, but giving him no chance. Yeah, UK. Oh, I get interrupted again. Are we gonna get the remount off? Oh, we don't actually need it. Let's watch that again. Perfect space in there. Thought we'd need the remount, but again, managing to space the Xin out. And we are out of control right now. 47 CS, 4-0 at not even 7 minutes. And Kled's one of those champs, man. I don't see him often. But when I do see a Kled with decent mastery, it's a different sort of game. Like, only recently have I been coming across people that, I don't know, rather than EQ every single time, they're just Eing and holding the Q, and they're waiting for you to dodge, and then having that second E available to then land the Q. I'm sure that's like a super basic Kled mechanic, but you know, just got back into Master, and I'm only now starting to see people do that. So if you are in lower elo, pretty simple champ to pick up, and just little improvements there can go far. It just gives you the chance to take over the games from the early game. Like, it's not like Fiora, where you have to take a sort of really strange setup with Conqueror and take these insane level 1 all-ins, as we're looking for another dive. Flashes away on the reset. And probably going to wait for the W, and then... Oh, we're just going for straight plates. Kennen not 6 yet. Probably not. He might hit it off these minions. He might look for a kill here, but it's going to be way too late with the remount. And now Kennen's going to have to back off and lose this entire tower. Though we have said in previous videos about not necessarily taking the tower as soon as possible, just to elongate the laning phase where you can abuse your advantages for longer, but it does seem like we're just going to go for it. Kled obviously a lot easier to impact the map with your ult than say something like a Fiora, who relies a lot more on the split push. 4-0, going to finish the Gore Drink, I imagine. Probably going to have to go Tabby this game. Okay, we're going Stride Breaker. Pick up the Tiamat so we can keep this momentum up. I don't think I've ever seen a Kled in my games take Stride Breaker. I don't know if that's common. But pretty decent into a Kennen. Helps stay on top of him, but the lane is over. But they are 3/4 range champs, so you're losing a bit of value in Gore Drinker there, as we're going to go for the ult dive onto bot lane. And easy double kill. I want to see where his Q went there. Okay, so we do whiff it. I thought he was trying to Q the Senna while going in on the Jinx. But either way, immediately transitioning his lead to the bot lane. Didn't even need sums. When you're this far ahead, the amount of damage you're outputting is crazy. Kennen's recalling. Bit strange. You want to get that wave shoved as fast as possible. But he's probably somewhat mentally checked out at this point. His team drops the Herald mid. And again, Kennen's not really worth gold at this point. He's not going to escape with the ult. He might as well just hold that. I say, we are going to pick him up. With the active. Now, I'm imagining we're going to be shoving this wave Or shoving a couple waves and then looking for this mid tower. Enemy bot tower's probably going to fall without us. But we're not too concerned. I mean, we can 3v1 at this point. So shove this in. Could look for the tier 2 to be fair. We do have a Malphite mid. Without ult, so can't offer too much if we roam down there. So maybe easier just to focus on the gold from the second tower plate. As we get the reset, proc PTA and Q out. Man, the attack speed you gain from W is actually insane. This Kennen's dying, isn't it? EQ, Stride Breaker, in again. Just wait for the Q2 to pop. But yeah, I think Kled's a pretty decent champ. I've got one of my friends actually who's fairly new to the game. Oh, issues. And I think Kled... Oh, nice little sidestep on the ult there. We can watch that back. Uses the move speed from the ult there to help with the sidestep. Really nice, didn't have to flash. But yeah, I think Kled's a pretty good champ to recommend for new players. He's got a fairly simple kit. Gap close. He does have a bit of complexity in terms of the whole unique aspect of the passive, but got a gap close. He's fairly simple in terms of the strategy you want to implement with him, like mainly focusing on split pushing, but then you also have ults for like these massive team fight engages. And he keeps it fun. Like you can go for these crazy dives. And when you're learning, like you want to keep it fun. As we jump behind the tower. I was just about to say we haven't seen him really focus on counter jungling. Oh, Jinx. Gonna pop Ghost. It's not going to be enough. We have the second E ready as well. As we've got Kennen and Jhin here. Echo's coming in. I don't think it's going to be enough. Kennen's going to get absolutely one shot. And Xin tries to ult us away. But he's already E'd on us, so we're not going anywhere. And 11-0 now. And again, it's nothing crazy mechanical. Like his trading pattern early game was really simple. It was just landing a Q or throwing out a Q. If you hit it, just 5 autos and she's dead. Just landing a Q on the cannon in lane, walking up, getting one auto, being very disciplined in that, not trying to extend the trade too much, and just walking away. And Kennen trading back as much as he can, but like I say, equal health trades. As we ult through the chompers. And this damage is insane right now. Kennen thinks he's got a chance, loses his flash. Malphite flashes in with the Q. Is that an AP Malphite? Respect. Gonna pick up Cleaver. Just trying to see, is there any hope for the enemy team? 20-8 right now. I mean, Jhin was probably their best bet, but you saw what happened to him. Grab some camps on the way. They keep saying in all of these VOD reviews, you're not going to notice a lot of downtime in these pro players and high elo players. Even when they're just moving from point A to point B, they're making sure that any resources on the way are being checked for, warded, or taken if they are available. That's how you get these players getting to 10 CS plus per minute. And it just extends the lead, both on your own opponent and the enemy jungle. It's a very easy and simple way to expand your lead. You know, we'll often talk about wanting to impact the map after you get a lead. and not just, you know, continue to dive the 0-10 player top lane over and over again. And you think about ult into other lanes on Kled or TP in somewhere. But again, just taking a Krug camp from the enemy every now and then, it builds up. As again, no one can walk up at this point. Alright, we might go down here. If there's ever been a time, I'm guessing they're going to chase this. Oh! No shot are we getting back up there. Managed to dodge that Jinx ult as well. Perfect spacing on that Q. Perfect range. And that Jhin just misses. We get the second one and it's absolutely over. How much health did you get back from that? That's 1600. Just from the mount. Going from 200 health to 1600. Can pull off some really, really nice baits with this. And he's not the most common of picks as well, which is going to work in your favor. Like, people aren't conscious of things like the W cooldown. Which is obviously going to help get that mount back in those tight situations a lot faster. Shredding Shelly. Imagine we're gonna just look mid for the end here with ult. We've got like an insane team comp for it. Kled ult into Malphite ult. We've got Echo stun, Karma with the Mantra E. That's a fast team right there. Managed to lash on to the center. She's immediately dead. We still have Q. As we're just going to walk up, apply red buff. She tries to flash away. Oh, she actually lives. Karma not going for it, but pretty sure that is going to be the game. 18-0. Might be able to pick up a few more. But again, nothing too mechanically crazy with this. It was very simple trading patterns if you're into something ranged. You're going for the PTA. And you're not just giving up the entire lane level 1. You are playing it aggressively still. Even with a second wind and D shield start, we saw him, again, take this aggressive position in the lane. Auto, Q, pull back, and then just walking away. And that was it, basically, over and over again. Again, Q off cooldown, what are we doing? Taking control in the bush. Forcing the ward out as well, that's big. Queuing. Getting the auto. Not greeding and trying to get... I myself probably would, because I'm not used to playing Kled. I would just wait here and try and proc this PTA. But you don't need to. Just getting those Q and, like I say, staying disciplined, getting those autos and getting out. Guaranteeing the level 2 spike first. And again, from there on out, it's just this priority. Kennen can't fight this. A lot of ranged champions won't be able to fight this. We do miss the auto there, but again, he wouldn't have continued for a PTA proc. But yeah, once you've got this lane priority and you're doing these short trades, once you get better at landing the Q as well, it's going to get more consistent. And then the wave 3 crash or 4 crash, depending on how you want to play it, is pretty much guaranteed. And with flash ignite up, I can't see many ranged top laners being able to deal with that too well. Like I say, it's just one of the best divers in the early game and in the game as a whole, is Kled. So yeah, if you're looking for a pick against these pesky little ranged top laners, then definitely give them a go. It's not the most mechanically intense champ, so probably pick him up fairly well in like 5 or so games. And then from there on out, it's just learning the limits about your passive. And yeah, let me know how that goes, guys. If you do decide to pick him up, I've been enjoying a lot of Sylas top recently and Varus top. Did a video on Varus King playing AP Varus top and Xiao Chao Meng. Been playing a fair bit of Sylas, so if you're interested in those picks, then go ahead and check out the videos that I did on them. But yeah, other than that, guys, if there's anyone else you want me to take a look at, let me know. Any other champs, I can try and find some people either in Korea or the Chinese super server. But yeah, let me know how you found this video. Like it if you liked it, and I will catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.